Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show. Meet the trusted experts who will give you straight answers and will help guide you on the path of later life care. Now, here's your host, founder, caregiver, and CEO, Suzanne Newman.
And welcome everyone to Answers for Elders Radio Network. And it's an exciting still to all of you watching on YouTube. I'm in my dining room, and the only reason why I'm in my dining room today is because it is in the middle of summer in Seattle, and my recording studio is very hot. So please excuse the background. But the great news is that we have our wonderful Rebecca Bomann, the CEO of SASH Realty, SASH Senior Home Sales Services. And Rebecca, I am so glad you're back to Answers for Elders.
Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you for having me. It's been a very busy summer of real estate. And so I'm catching my breath, and I'm really excited to be here with you today.
Well, I'm excited you're back. And I have to say, my friend, I have missed you. I have missed all of your, yes, your wisdom, yes, your knowledge, but most importantly, I missed your heart. And you are such a joy to have with us as we talk about all the things that are going on. As seniors are looking to downsize, they've been kind of some things going on, and thinking about, maybe it's time to, let go and move forward. And obviously, there's been some changes in the real estate market. And yes. I'm glad you have come on today, and we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with the market, how's it changing this summer, and, what's been going on.
And I've been hearing a lot of clients talk about just how they're worried. And that's what we want to allay today, are any fears, and help people know that everything is good in the real estate market. There's headlines out, there's statistics coming out, there's, real estate companies are putting out press releases and reports, and they're saying, wow, there's been a giant shift since May. And And I've heard a lot of clients, I sit in living rooms, I sit in dining rooms, I sit, across from families, and they say, is the market crashing? Is it falling? Did we miss the market? What's happening? Sure. And so, Suzanne, being here with you gives us an opportunity to talk about this and really provide guidance and knowledge and understanding, so that folks know that, nope, everything is good, and you can still enjoy a successful sale of your home, except there's a little perspective change. There's a little bit of change in expectation of what folks need to do to enjoy a successful home sale.
Mm-hmm. And, that's the interesting thing. And so why don't we start, obviously, could you mind just giving, for those of us that are not in touch with the real estate market, what's been going on?
Well, so since the beginning of the pandemic, so about March, April 2020, it's been a crazy seller's market. And when I say crazy seller's market, people have heard stories from their neighbors, from their friends, from their coworkers of putting a house on the market and selling it for $150,000 over the asking price, or receiving 19 offers or 30 offers or 9 offers. And that's been going on for a couple of years. Now, the whole time that we were in this crazy seller's market, I was telling my team and my clients, the thing that you can always count on in real estate is it never stays the same. It's not a matter of if this is going to continue, it's when is it going to change? When is the market going to shift? I'm in my 20th year in real estate, and I can tell you I've been through lots of different economic cycles, buyer's market, seller's market,
right?
Higher interest rates, lower interest rates. The market is always changing. So we've been in a frenzied seller's market, and now it's shifting back to more of a balanced market between sellers and buyers, which is very good. It's very healthy. But unfortunately, the way that some of these headlines are written in the news really causes people to be alarmed.
The sensationalistic, things that are happening out there. So obviously, when you're saying it's evening out, I know that, for example, when the market started going crazy, it's like you said, it was a seller's market. And so basically so many people couldn't buy homes. They couldn't get into homes. And if you had to rent, you're paying 3 times what, rent in what they were paying before. So, there's been this really, I mean, I guess the thing is
Lopsided.
that it's the division of, how do people get ahead in the world because they can't get a mortgage, they can't move in, they can't, if they bid on a house, it takes how many times to bid,
Right.
how many houses to bid on and sometimes people never get that home. So I'm sure that's a part of it, is it not, Rebecca?
Yes. And everything you're describing, Suzanne, was unsustainable. Having
Sure.
18% interest, 18% appreciation, I mean, year over year is unsustainable. We can't do that for 10 years.
No.
Having 20 people bid on a home or having to make offers on 9 homes before you get one, it's not sustainable.
No.
Having so little inventory that there's nothing for buyers to choose from when they go looking, that's not sustainable. So yes, it was really fun for sellers for a couple of years, a little crazy, a lot of fun. We didn't want to continue in that lopsided market. We want to come back to a balanced market where buyers have some leverage. I mean, they were giving up all their rights to win a home. Waive inspection, waive appraisal,
Oh, I
waive
know.
this, waive that. Non-refundable earnest money, offering their firstborn. I mean, we had one broker offer us tacos. She said, take my buyer's offer and I'll buy you tacos. And brokers were getting desperate.
I know it was just insane. And what's going to happen with something like this is that there's a lot of young people that are trying to get into buying property, which helps build the wealth of this country.
It does.
And they weren't able to get in.
Right.
So,
and so what I want to do today
Yes.
is I would love to give tips for still being successful in your home sale in this changing market.
Fabulous.
So, it used to be that a seller could just throw their home on the market and then, terrible photography and the house doesn't look that great and their broker's lazy and they'd still get 10 offers. And it drove me crazy because it, doesn't encourage that excellence in their work. Well, we've got to change expectations now, but I've been in the field. I work in the field. I work in the trenches of real estate. So not only am I the owner of a firm and a designated broker, but I sit in living rooms, I list homes, I sell homes. And I've sold a number of homes over the summer in 3 days, 5 days, 6 days. And you can still do it even after the shift in the market. But
Sure.
you've got to follow some guidelines that we're going to talk about today. So we're going to go through some of these tips.
Fabulous. So what's tip number 1?
Well, we have to start with the foundation, which is that presentation matters. Presentation of the home matters. And boy, I saw a lot of homes during the crazy sellers market where they would leave the garbage can out in the front of the house and the brokers taking cell phone photos of the home with shadows and it's dark and fuzzy, or there's things thrown on the table or in the living room. We want to get back to the basics, which is sellers still need to have a clean, uncluttered, well-lit home. It's going to sell faster. It's going to be more successful. Go to the trouble of putting your home in its Sunday best. That's what I like to say. Put your home in its Sunday best. And I always give my clients the guidance and say, you're going to pack up anyway. You're going to pack your home anyway. Do as much of it as you can before photography. Pack up all the clutter, pack up your book collection, pack up all the things that you can, get them in the garage because your home will look bigger and emptier and less cluttered. Presentation matters. Another part of presentation matters is insist on professional photography from your real estate broker.
And they should be able to cover that. If you have a listing agent, I'm assuming
they pay for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They pay for that. They should pay for beautiful, full color, high resolution photography, aerial photography. We often do, where you're looking at the neighborhood.
Especially if you're looking at a block or a lot that has land.
Or a view of the water nearby. I sold a Waterview home just a couple weeks ago, and Suzanne, I did so much photography. It was almost $1,000 just in photography. We did a sunset shoot, inside shoot, outside shoot, aerial shoot, and my client had a successful sale, but I was making that investment, and their broker should too. The people who are listening, their brokers should too. And so the other thing before we leave this topic is folks should not feel like they have to do all the work themselves to get that presentation looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Get helpers, get friends, or sell a few things that you don't need. You know, you're not taking them to your next place, and then use that money to hire some helpers to come in and pressure wash, buy flowers, all of that.
And, you know, with seniors downsizing, they do need to sell stuff. And so, you know, I know you guys help in many ways to do that. And that's one of the great things that SASH does. So I know we're on this tip, but, you know, this first tip, but how does SASH play into that? That's unique to what other realtors do.
Thank you for asking. Well, most realtors go into the client's home and give them a list and say, do all these things and then call me and I'll sell your home. Right. What we do is we go in and say, we'll take care of that list for you. Go ahead and go on to your next place, wherever that is. If you're moving out of state or into retirement living, we'll take care of the hard work, the packing, the selling, the downsizing, and the sprucing up of the home for you.
Yes. And that's the important part of making it easy for seniors, because there can be so much to deal with. And for us, we're so glad that SASH is with us. And we're going to have 7 more tips coming up. Are we not, Rebecca?
Yes, we are.
And so here's the good news about it. In the meantime, to our listeners, how do we reach you?
You can find us at sashservices.com, and our toll-free number, 888-400-SASH. That's 7274.
Thanks for this first tip. And you know what? This is really important information to all of you that are listening. And Rebecca and I are going to talk a lot more about how to make your home sale successful right after this. We at Answers for Elders thank you for listening. Did you know that you can discover hundreds of podcasts in our library on senior care? So visit our website and discover our decision guides that will help you also navigate decision making. Find us at answersforelders.com.